Nearly 1 in 3 children lives with a binge-drinking parent, according to new research. The report by the Office of the Children's Commissioner says up to 3.5 million children could be affected. Well, joining me now is the Children's Commissioner, Maggie Atkinson, and Emma Spiegler, whose own experiences with a mother who drank led her to set up a charity for children with parents with alcohol problems. Thank you both for coming in. Maggie, if I could start with you. How are you defining a binge drinker? Because it's not many units, is it?
A binge drinker in the researchers' terms, because this is not figures plucked out of the air, is a woman who on a regular basis drinks 6 or more units a day.
What does that mean?
A bottle and a bit of wine in a session. For a man it's 8, so that's kind of a bottle and a half. And on a regular basis is rendered incapable as a result of that. And our issue here is that children tell us, and children told our researchers, that it leaves them losing their childhoods, being the carer, not the child, being frightened and alone and grieving for parents they still love. And we need the government and everybody else to take it seriously and act.
It's going to be hard to act though, isn't it? Because those amounts, a couple sharing 2 bottles of wine on an evening, renders them not very good as parents. It's going to be hard behind closed doors to tackle that kind of drinking. Indeed,
and this is not just about binging either. This is about steady, not quite sober, not quite drunk, not quite all there, befuddled sort of states. And children find those distressing as well. And they're worried that we advertise and accept and find alcohol funny rather than worrying. And that whilst we work on illegal drugs and cigarettes, we're not prepared somehow to tackle the alcohol issues. And they want their parents to get better. They want support.
You are the living example of this personal experience. Would you say that you lost your childhood because of your mother's relationship with alcohol?
Yes, I would say growing up with my mum's alcohol and watching her drink her life away was a deeply painful experience. And also what was equally as painful was feeling so alone with it, which is why it's so important that services like the charity that I set up, COAP, and also helplines like NACOA exist, because a lot of young people, they don't want to tell an adult or a friend because they're afraid or they're ashamed, or they don't want to get their parent into trouble, and they really deeply care for their parents. So it's really important.
And briefly, they might think that that's normal.
And they think it's normal as well. They don't see that it's a problem, that it's what they're growing up with, and they don't realise their parent might have a problem.
Emma Spiegler, Maggie Atkinson, sorry we had to keep it short today. Thank you very much, both of you, for joining us today. Thank you. A reminder of our top story this lunchtime. Andy Murray has spoken of his relief